Hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about why you should not post just a link on your Facebook business page. And we're going to talk about the three main areas that you should be aware of on Facebook because you're going into 2020 and you need to be aware of how to use Facebook, specifically Facebook business pages for growing your business. So we're going to jump into today's content. Hey, welcome back and welcome to Ed Talk TV, Conversations Worth Having. I'm your host, Ed Troxel, and if we've never met before, I am so excited you found me. Let me know down below how you got here and who you are and what you do, because I want to know. So today we're going to talk about Facebook and why you shouldn't just share a link on your business page, as well as the three main areas that you should be aware of from Facebook, I guess. You know, we're a little rusty. It's okay. It's day 2 of 2020. Who is ready? Who's excited? I have to share this with you before we jump any further. If you've ever watched my show or ever been here, hey, welcome, Janet. If you've ever been here before, you know that back in 2018, we did almost the entire year of 5 days a week for almost an hour live broadcasting. It was the best ever. And so I just have to share this with you guys here. Give me 1 second because this is huge. Today marks our anniversary, our 1-year anniversary from, well, it's technically 2 years, I guess you could say. We've been doing this since 2018 officially as Ed Talk TV. So just wanted to show that blog post there. Let's get a little bigger. Nope, there we go. Boom. So that was the first original episode, the official launch, I should say, of Ed Talk TV. So pretty exciting. Here's the thing. Before we jump into today's content, which is going to be about sharing links on your Facebook business page and how you cannot not tank your organic reach, I just want to mention real quick that it's so important. You've heard me talk about this before. Hey, Jennifer, welcome. You've heard me talk about this before for those who have followed me all over, but here specifically, is that you have to pause and reflect on what you've done. And you should be doing this regularly, but especially anytime you're going into a new year, you want to make sure that you pause and reflect on the work you've done, because you will be amazed at how much you have accomplished, especially when you feel like you haven't done anything. Trust me, you've done it. You've done so many things, you just don't realize it. And one of the things that I like to do throughout the year, but especially just recently, is go through my old content and look at how far I've come. And because I'm now offering a new service to help business owners like yourself get online more consistently and maximize your exposure through Facebook Live, I'm offering now helping you create your own shows. And because I've been doing that, I'm going back through my old episodes and I'm looking at just how crazy the growth has been and how much things have changed, how much opportunities have opened up since then. Let me tell you, I had a Gary Vee moment, which I'll share in another broadcast at another time. But I had a Gary Vee moment because I literally watched one of my earliest broadcasts. This is before my earliest broadcast. And I was saying the exact same stuff that I still say today, and it still holds true. And it was a total Gary Vee moment. And I know a lot of you compare me to Gary Vee. You just say I'm the cleaner version, which is hilarious. But the point is look back at your work and see the growth. Remember, growth equals change, or change equals growth. And as business owners, we need to constantly be growing, which means we need to constantly be changing. And it's okay to have those pivots along the way. So understand that. This show is all about education. You know, I like to have fun. We throw in some random news sometimes. It's a lot of fun. And I'm getting back into our groove, doing a scheduled thing. Let me mention before we jump into today's content, which is going to be about sharing links on your Facebook business page and how to not tank your organic reach. I do want to mention that because it's January, I am going to start this month of doing privacy, helping you guys with some privacy settings in different apps, not just on Facebook, because January, you're goal setting, you're getting into new programs, all of that stuff. And there's a few programs that you're using that I don't know if you know about these settings that I want to share with you, because I'm the tech guy. You guys know I break things down for you. So we'll do that this month, and then we'll just jump into things. I kind of have a plan, but I like to, go with the flow with us. So today we're going to talk about Facebook, and the main part is about sharing links on your business page and not tanking your organic reach. How many of you have, even if you're watching the replay, how many of you have shared a direct link on your business page? And when I say a direct link, I mean a link to your website, maybe a link to another social media profile of yours. How many of you have shared a link to someplace else outside of Facebook? Let me know, even if you're watching the replay. The reason I bring this up is because when it comes to Facebook, and in a second, we're going to look at 3 main areas that you should be aware of, because I like to start everyone in my workshops and with my clients off on the right page so that they know the layout of the land here. But one thing that you want to note is that when you share links on your Facebook business page, it can tank your organic reach. What that means is that Facebook may not show your post to as many people because you shared a link that goes elsewhere outside of Facebook. Now, this is a hit or miss. I will tell you from experience, we've seen it here on the show in the past. You have to test. It's all about testing. But I'm going to give you a tip on how to improve whatever link you're sharing on your business page. So first off, let's jump over to my Facebook. And just so you know, this is a live demo. So if you're watching, some of you may be hearing this on the replay. But if you're watching, there may be notifications that pop up. We'll try to X out of them as quickly as possible and go from there. So let me go ahead and add my screen here. There we go. All right. So let's break down Facebook first. 3 main areas I like to cover so that way you're aware of them. And then we're going to talk about the link issue. So feel free to let people know about this. Anybody who's another business owner, this is going to help you out. So when you log into Facebook, and we're on the desktop, when you log into Facebook, it opens up to what's called your personal profile. Now, let me be clear. You created a Facebook account. When you did that, your Facebook account is personal, but it's linked to all these other little bits and pieces. And we're going to talk about that in a second. So when you create a Facebook account, it's your personal account. Now, we're going to go into what the business part ties in. So if you create a Facebook business page, which all of you should have if you are a business owner or soon-to-be business owner, you need to have a business page. It's free. You're going to miss out on a huge opportunity if you do not have this. And you will hear plenty of people say you have to pay for ads to get it seen, and it's a waste of time, and the list goes on. Listen, if you stick with me, you're going to work out everything just fine, and you won't need to worry about all that. Paid ads can help, of course. I don't do that. There's special experts out there on that you can talk to. That's not what we're dealing with. What we're dealing with is the organic growth here and the importance of not skipping your business page, which is a total another episode, but I'm just planting the seed for you guys. So when you first log in, it's your personal profile. You can do everything you want on your personal profile. Then you go to your business page. I already have it open, so we'll just pop over here in another tab. This is your business page, or in my case, my business page. You can then share information about your business. It's all public. That's why it's important to have a business page. This is where you will share your posts. This is where we're going to talk about link sharing and why you want to, if you're going to share your links, what you can do so that it doesn't tank your organic reach completely. So we'll talk about that in a second. This is where you'll go. But notice that this is different than your personal. Personal, you can change the audiences, meaning you can have it just your friends, you can have it public, all of that stuff. Now, we're not going to go too far into this because I do workshops on all of this stuff, and that's not what we're here for today. We're just wanting to break down the 3 main areas of Facebook so that way you can go into the new year with this in mind. So personal profile, then you have your business page, keyword page / keywords, business page. And then you have what's called events. Now, events, without getting too far into it, events is a spot that you'll have both in your personal profile section as well as your business page section. Like if you're doing events for your business, they go on your business page. If you're doing events personally or with friends and stuff, they go on your personal profile. So again, it's kind of like when you start a business, you're supposed to have your separate bank accounts, personal, business. Same thing with credit cards, personal, business. Same thing with Facebook. It's just a little more complicated because you have one login account for these multiple things. So just keep that in mind. So you have your personal profile, you have your business page, and then you have events. And of course, there's more areas in Facebook, but those are the three main areas I like to always start out with, because those are areas that you should be utilizing for your life, in whether it's personal or business. Now, let's talk about link sharing. So when it comes to sharing a link on your business page, the one thing you don't want to do is this. Let me get my page back up here. I'm going to go ahead and take my website, edtroxel.com, and I'm just going to click here. Now, I'm not going to post this, but I want to show you what some may do and what you don't want to do. So if I were to just post this, and it's fetching the preview, it will take a minute because I'm streaming and everything. If I were to just post this, it has a link preview, which means it has the photo there, and then it has a little information at the bottom that says technology made stupid easy for business owners. So that's somewhat descriptive, right? But if I just share that right now, that has no interest for you, right? Sure, you may think, oh, it's a nice photo, or, oh, technology, yeah. But it doesn't really do anything for you, right? I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know, even if you're watching the replay. But if I were to just post this link on my business page, it does nothing except tank your organic reach. Why? Because it's not engaging. So one thing that you need to know about social media, which you probably know this, but we always have to keep hearing it over and over, is that it's social, which means it needs to be engaging, media. So we got the first part here, which is the media. Well, we got the second part, which is the media, but we don't have the first part. What's social? Like what's engaging about just sharing a link? Even if you're doing this, so let's say, let me go back over here and let me get rid of this one. And I'm gonna get rid of that. We're gonna go to my Instagram, because how many of you guys have Instagram? Let me know in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. How many of you guys have an Instagram account? Doesn't matter if it's personal or business. I mean, obviously I want it to be business, but you may just be starting out, so that's fine. But how many of you have a Instagram account? I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna take my Instagram link, and let's say I just wanna post that. Okay, cool. So I'll add that, but look what happens. What do you notice? And if you're listening to this, I'll describe it, because a lot of you are in transition with work and driving and the kids and all that. So when I post my Instagram link on Facebook, it doesn't give me a nice photo. It only says in bold, log in Instagram. Welcome back to Instagram. That's not even attractive. At least with my preview for my website, there was some kind of an image and it was a little bit attractive. This is nothing, right? So imagine seeing this and you're just gonna scroll by in your newsfeed. Nobody's gonna look at this. Nobody's gonna stop on this. Therefore, your organic reach is going to tank. It's gonna go way down because this means nothing to anybody. So don't do this. And if you are doing it, that's fine. You didn't know. It's okay. Things happen and we learn as we go, right? But now that you're watching or listening to this, you know that you're going to stop doing this in 2020. You know that just sharing a link is not enough. That was maybe way back when social media first started, but now you've upgraded. Now you've gone to the next level in your social media efforts, your marketing efforts, right? So how do we make this more engaging? Well, if we stick with this example and we go back to just sharing our Instagram link, what we can do is we can turn it into a question. Or we can be, let's start with the direction. We'll do the direction, then I'll go back to do a question, because the question's a little bit better than what's going to happen here. But while we're here, let's do it. Come follow me on Instagram. So if I put that and then my link, okay, great, I added a few words there, right? But it's still not engaging. Then I could add a photo from my computer, from anywhere, and that will help boost this a little bit, right? But how do we really get it to be more engaging? Well, let's think about this. Do you have any ideas while I'm changing out my screen here? How do you get a post to be more engaging when you really want to share a link? Give me 1 second while I clear this out. So this is how you do it. You type out a question. Who here is on Instagram? Question mark. Marilyn, yes, exactly. Ask a question. So rather than it be about me and you following me on Instagram because I'm so cool and having this ugly link show up on your business page that tanks your organic reach, why not post this? Who here is on Instagram? With a nice background. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. And then you can just share it. Now, for fun, I'll go ahead and share it and we'll see what happens. We won't necessarily see it during this broadcast, but I don't usually like to have my posts too close together. But you know, we'll test. I always like testing, so there you go. It's not too far off from, I'm just looking down here at when we went live, which is a little while ago. Yeah, 17 minutes. So whatever, it's good. We'll see what happens. But asking a question, right? So instead of just posting the link, pause and ask yourself, how can I turn this into a question? Now you're creating engaging content. So then what can you do once people start answering that question? I'm going to leave that to you guys, because I can't give you guys all the answers. I want you guys to let me know, even if you're watching the replay. And then we'll have a conversation about it in the comments, because I always say the magic happens in the comments. So when you're on Facebook, know the areas, the lay of the land, I should say. Let's just start over. When on Facebook, know the lay of the land. It's personal profile, business page, events, and then of course there's other places, but those are the three I like to always start with. And of course you have groups too. Let's not forget groups. There's 4. Those are your 4 main areas. You have personal profile, business page, groups, events. So those are the things you should be aware of when you're on Facebook. And then on your business page, don't just share a link, give some context to it, provide some value with it. If you can, turn it into a question instead of having the link directly there. Make it engaging, because again, it's social media. Social meaning engaging, media meaning the content. So really do that. And then I'm leaving you guys with the question of what happens once people start dropping a comment on your post. It's like the one we just shared. Who here is on Instagram? What do you do with that information? How do you get them to follow you on Instagram? I'm gonna leave that for you guys, and I will follow up in the comments. I hope that this was helpful. Next week, we're gonna talk about Venmo. Any of you use Venmo? I don't know if it will be on Thursday, because I'm kind of feeling like it's Tuesday, but with the holiday and everything, you know, we're all off. But we will go live next week, so follow, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do, whatever words you want to use. And we will go live about Venmo and show you some privacy settings in there, because I'm seeing a whole lot of money exchanges in there that I don't even know if you really want people to be seeing that. So just putting that out there. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful and that you guys get a ton of value out of this and all the previous episodes. And if you need anything, always feel free to reach out. And for now, I will leave you with this. Take care.
Next level.